As we go on, like we do. When it's hot outside, I wanna just chill with you. What you need, to make your little mind at ease. There's a little sunshine in the summer breeze.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and you're tuned in to Madden 18 on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's Rodgers' Packers going up against Garoppolo's 49ers.
Thank you, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the home of Super Bowl 50, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the San Francisco 49ers. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. To the left side here for Eifert. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Flush to his right. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22. That's a matchup maybe they go back to their outer third of the field as this game continues.
Yeah, I think back to my high school coach, John Ford. He used to say when we got big plays early in a game or good plays, he'd always say, foul it away, lad, foul it away, because he'd want to come back to it later in a key situation. It may come back to this one a little more often than that.
Didn't he say laddie or did he say lad?
Yeah, it just depended on what he was feeling at the moment.
Okay, I thought that was the guy you told me about. He used to say laddie a lot.
Laddie, when you heard laddie, he was usually in a pretty good mood. Lad,
to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So the offense has it 1st and 10. First carry for Carlos Hyde. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Here's Rodgers. This will be caught inside the 10. Rodgers to Cobb, good for a Green Bay first.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, have to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
They try again with Hyde. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Play number 8 here on the opening drive. This is 3rd and goal. Now Rodgers on the bootleg. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. So they come into enemy territory. Nice drive to start the game, but they probably wanted 6. They only got 3.
I agree with you totally. That's the expectation. When you get the ball and you start moving it and you're rolling, you think you're going to end up in the end zone. But they should be happy with the 3. A good way to get things going here in this game.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Garoppolo now. This one complete. It's C.J. Fedorowicz. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. Give him 30 yards there. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Here's Blount. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. His throw incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily, fell incomplete. Garoppolo going to try and throw on third. And finding Fedorowicz. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
Brandon, unless my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, that's the second time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, they like him as a featured receiver. Let's see what kind of adjustments the defense is going to make to try and take that away.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Again, here's Blunt. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. Eluding the pressure right. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
If you run an out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
So the drive takes him inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down.
One thing they definitely like about this youngster is his motor. He is full throttle on each and every snap. Loves to get after the quarterback, and that has to feel good to him right there. His first career sack.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Eifert, the man in motion. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Flushed out right. Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked off by a Keller Witherspoon. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Let's go. Now Blunt. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Here's a carry for a former starter. This is Lamar Miller. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. And that's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
Let's go.
Here's Garoppolo to throw, and that is incomplete.
On 3rd and 1, I think everyone in the stadium thought they'd try and run the football there, but they tried to surprise the defense and hit something through the air. Instead, it results in an incompletion.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us wanted to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit, taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Now on 1st down. It's brought in by Janis. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Get him, boy! Get him, boy!
2 minutes to go here in the 1st half. My good friend Charles and I right back at you after this. In motion left is Cobb. On 2nd down, Hyde. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
It's not always as straight as that team wanted it more than the other, but on that play, it actually was true. They were faster to the ball.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. On 4th down, here's Justin Vogel on to punt it away. This is away, and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
And he's got it over the middle. Fedorowicz. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 23 yards on the play.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
No. Check. Patriot. Set. Blue 90.
They go play fake to Blunt. Now Garoppolo. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Garoppolo again. Looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Johnson. There he goes left side. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A good pickup there, a 22. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
All right, now look at 56. Look at 56. 319. 399 Philly. Here we go.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo is going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Back to the air on second. It's Garoppolo. Right side, caught Fedorowicz. A gain of 32 that time. A big completion there, and he gets out of bounds to stop the clock.
Very heady football. That allows them the opportunity to go ahead and line up and kick one right before the half ends.
An update from around the league as our first one comes from New Orleans. And it's an early lead there for the Saints. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. So they're still down, but they are able to salvage 3 here heading into the lockers.
This is what you work on from the beginning of training camp. Heading into the half, put some points on the board. No matter what the score says at that point, you've accomplished what you set out to do.
So, all right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Decent chunk of yardage still left here. 2nd and 7.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right. All right, here we go.
To throw is Garoppolo. And he finds a man with a crossing route. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now a toss play to Blunt. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter. No time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They'll run again with Blunt. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
All right, here we go. 3-19. Over.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, not at all. It came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
All right, here we go. Boom, landed.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end. And now it's 2nd down. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Packers pick it up. 20, 10, 5, and they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave them a comfortable lead.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That's fielded in the end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They got to feel pretty good about that one.
defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. A first down carry now for Miller. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Throw on second down. And Nelson's got it here right side. And he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. Fresh set of downs here. They'll run it here with Blunt. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Final minute now of the third quarter. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Now Garoppolo throwing on second. Over the middle, complete. That's Robinson. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down. The Niners on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Let's go.
Garoppolo. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And that'll get the lead down to 5. Well, it can be a thankless job sometimes, but they'll be thanking their kicker here. That's now 4 field goals for him. He's kept them in the game.
He sure has, but this offense is going to need to find its rhythm because it's going to take more than field goals to win this football game.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Back now here in Santa Clara. Second down, and the offense in search of 6 yards. Eifert, the man in motion. They run it again with Hyde. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. The Packers on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I know this game's winding down and people are getting tired, and that's when you really want a big body guy running the football. But I have to tell you, watching him run it, I wonder why they don't use him more earlier in the game.
Yeah, those bigger guys here late in the game, you're trying to protect the lead, usually not as fumble prone either.
No, that is so true because they are taught, take care of the ball as you surge forward, and you often see them with both hands wrapped around it when they go through the line.
To throw is Rodgers. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. 3rd down, 15 yards still needed. Working from the gun, Rodgers. He's got his target, it's Cobb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
26.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Cobb. 23 yards on the play. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
First down, a run with Hyde. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. And I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And the defense in desperate need of a stop. They have to get off the field and get the ball back to their offense if they want a chance. Eifert, the man in motion. Again, it's Hyde. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll send a receiver in motion left. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Packers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll run it. Here's Hyde. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
And this seemingly endless drive continues. Eifert, the man in motion. They'll run. Hyde. And he's able to find some room as they get him down after a good run. And the 49ers going to take another timeout. That'll be their 2nd, so 1 more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. The toss play. This is high. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. Now they send the tight end in motion left. And it's 3rd down and goal from the 4. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. And that'll set them back 5. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Crosby puts it through. Elsewhere in the NFL, they're in the 4th down in New Orleans. And the Saints, they've now opened up a 2-touchdown lead. If they hold on, a victory there would be their 3rd of the year. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Flush to his right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. Oh, that's about as tough as they come. You're driving to try to put the ball in the end zone and tie the game, and that happens.
It's exciting for us, wasn't it? Because we were thinking, hey, we might be headed towards overtime. Instead, it looks